But some people need this pandemic. Some people are not applying sense. But anyway, let me just dive right into the topic, because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to just start off this intro like this, because man's just boy. Hello guys, and welcome back again to my channel. It is your Ochoku. As some of you may know, Dyna Ekwueme in the building. Forget this calm face. I'm trying to be calm, because at this point, what can we do? But I know some of you that are not very much familiar with the YouTube sphere. We see the title and come and start. You see, no let a gungu visit you. Just kuku, just withhold. If you know that you cannot watch the video to the end, it's not going to be a long rant. Kuku, exit yourself. Don't come and start insulting my forefathers and ancestors in the comments below. Anyway guys, as most of you already know, I am a Port Harcourt YouTuber here in Nigeria, West Africa, somewhere in the continent. And Higidi Baba Rororo. If you already watched my last video, you know what the depiction of Rororo is. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name because YouTube is flagging videos down, demonetizing videos that are actually pronouncing the full name. Obviously, community guidelines protocol, because they don't want people to be sending out misinformation about the current thing going around in the world now. So Rororo is what we are going to be using in this video, as I did in my last video. So since Rororo came into Nigeria, some people were a sense Hamamahamberi exchange with a sense or chicha, because I really can't tell what is happening in this my Port Harcourt, not just anywhere, because I know a whole lot of you have a lot of stories to tell, and that's why the comments is there. Let's discuss, let's talk it out, let's trash it out, let's lay blames. The important question I have to start off this video with is, why are we Nigerians like this? Why are we so cruel, so mean to ourselves? Why is it that we just try to exploit every situation we find ourselves in, when we obviously have only ourselves? Even in the face of something as serious as this, we are just so wicked to ourselves, and we call ourselves brothers and sisters. Like, I am tired. Several cases of the Rororo virus was reported in Lagos. At some point here in Port Harcourt City, no case was reported. People were going about their daily lives as if people are not watching news. As some of you who are quite up to date with Nigerian news and happenings and whatnot, you would know that Lagos State was the first state to have reported cases of the Rororo virus. And at the time when they were reporting this thing in Lagos, you know, the numbers were in 2s, 3s, 4s, and then it entered. People were not panicking down here in the east, especially here in Port Harcourt. As a matter of fact, there are eastern states here in Nigeria that are not shaking, but they feel like they are covered with the blood. Our neighboring town, Aba, they don't know what is going on. But anyway, back to the subject matter. Nobody was panicking here in Port Harcourt, as in literally. Borders were open, people were going about their daily lives. Nobody was self-isolated. Cases were going up every single day, but nobody seemed to do anything until one case was reported here in Rivers State. And days after, the governor of Rivers State decided to close all borders, whether you're landing from the abroad, flights, everything just stand still, which we were happy. Like, seriously, Governor Wike, to be honest with you, seems to me like, I don't know, I could call him the best governor in Nigeria out of all governors we have, because man is proactive, man is he's doing things inside this River State. I'm not gonna lie. That happened, and people decided, Nigerians, us that have ourselves to ourselves, decided to be all forms of, since his announcement, I don't know, people just decided to exploit the matter, exploit the situation. Ignorance is lingering in Nigeria with this pandemic that is going on around the world. So like, if other countries, if first world countries are struggling, like They are struggling to keep up with the amount of patients coming into hospitals, with test kits, with every other thing. I don't know how we are going to survive as a nation. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. I'm talking about our Nzuzuism inside this video. Did you know that, come closer, let me gist you, Wike announced that markets be closed by Saturday, that's yesterday. Since Governor Wike made the announcement that by this Thursday, that's this past Thursday, 6 p.m. everywhere should be closed, airports should be shut down, everything should be on still. Saturday, that's yesterday, markets should be closed. No form of gathering around any popular market. Since he made this announcement, people now decided to use it. Like Thursday 6 p.m. that was what they announced. Did you guys know that Thursday by 10 a.m. if you're coming into, because a lot of you people were bashing people on Insta blog Niger saying, oh, that serves you right, why would you still be coming into Rivers State when the governor already announced that on Thursday the borders will be shut? No, what he said was that by 6 p.m. on Thursday nobody should be let into the state. That was what the governor announced. But then what you saw on Insta blog Niger, the video you saw of people stranded at the border of Rivers State, were people who came in before 6 p.m. because of the immediate announcement. My mom left for Imo State early momo. Before she came back, it was already almost 9 a.m. in the morning. That was her coming back from the village, because she left her house as early as 5 o'clock. Her returning before 10 a.m. before 10 a.m. guys, they said border be closed by 6 p.m. Police were at every checkpoint, all the borders, whether you're coming from Owerri or you're coming from Aba, they were everywhere. Whether you're coming from Bayelsa, they were every single place on the day. I think they started in the morning around 8. They were there taxing people. If you're not an indigene, they'll tax you as much as 2,000 naira per person. And if you're an indigene, or if you show proof that you've been living in Rivers State, blah 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 blah, they will collect 1,000 naira from you. Why are we Nigerians like this to ourselves? Governor said 6 p.m. 6 p.m. that everywhere should be closed. And remember, this was an immediate announcement. It didn't even give people time. There are loads of people who have families here and are working in Lagos. Mind you, this was just last week. Some people don't even have their salaries yet by that time. Imagine squeezing out money just to return home so they don't close borders, just to run back to your family. There are people that were stuck outside just because of that. Some people, even before the 6 p.m., they made sure that you didn't enter. You have to pay the hold up, traffic, every damn place. It wasn't even 6 p.m. It wasn't even dark yet. Governor Wike said Saturday, that was yesterday, that no market, no major market should be selling. Nobody should be in any mile 1, mile 2, mile 3. It should all be closed. Guys, did you people know that panic buying on Friday was hell? See me prepared. I wore everything. Say, no shake it today. You know how you cover yourself with the blood? I covered myself with hand sanitizer. Covered myself. Say, this market, I'm not gonna. I was cuckoo watching Nello and Adeze's vlog where they were buying in bulk and whatnot. In my mind, I was like, wait, this thing. At the time they bought that, I don't think there was any case reported here in Port Harcourt. So I was looking at them like, why are they? Why are they in a hurry? If I knew, I would have bought at the time they bought, because trust me, if they took the money they went for that shopping with and went to market on Friday, they did that. Everybody in Port Harcourt was panicking and buying things anyhow. My dear, they go shed blood and tears, because what I saw on Friday, I could say, okay, I won't buy from the one close to me, this market close to me, that I'm going to go to mile 3. Guys, 50 naira ogo 50 naira 800. Ogo 50 naira, pentigari 1,800. Nah, I was like, what is going on here? I was holding the ogo like this. I was like, auntie, please, are you sure this? Before I could even finish saying, the woman behind me just bang. I don't even know if that one, or you company worker. She just carried 5 of the ogo on top of. As I was there trying to do, auntie, please, last price. Auntie Kuku carried the 5 remaining on the table plus the one I was holding. Put in her bag, drop money. I was like, Jesus. what is going on here? I said people were exploiting, especially market sellers. They were exploiting the whole situation. The only thing that got me thinking that day was, so if I'm poor, if I don't have shit buying, if say they never pay salary, or if I was in a situation where I can't even afford that kind of spending, that means this self-isolation, I'll be hungry. I'll just die of hunger. Guys, I feel like this is just sheer wickedness. How can hand sanitizers, masks, the things that should be free of charge now that there is a pandemic, how can literally food, the basic thing that government should make free for her citizens, the basic thing that government should provide for us in the name of lockdown, self-isolation, social distancing, food now spiked unnecessarily because of panic buying. Yes, I know people abroad were panicking and buying stuff, but then you won't go to a shop and the bottle of water that they used to sell £3.20 will now be £10, £15. It's a lie. No matter how obodoyibo is, it's a lie. Instead, they will even distribute water if needed. They will distribute masks. They will distribute hand sanitizer. Why our own they always day different? Please don't come and talk to me about economy, inflation, this, that. It's a lie. As a matter of fact, nobody is buying our oil at this point. People are not buying anything from each other. So everything we have is within because borders are closed. So everything should be made cheap just to contain this thing that is going around. At this point, as citizens, we are entitled, with this whole self-isolation, blah, 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 we are entitled to salaries every month, at least until this thing is done and dusted. If not, people will still be going out to fend for themselves. Lockdown can happen in Nigeria. It would never happen if you're not providing the essentials for the average Nigerian. Our population is in millions, guys. It is in millions. Please don't come and tell me that India is more populated than Nigeria, but then they're still observing the lockdown. That's not the point here. The point is, locking down is not a problem. Staying at home is not a problem, but how are we surviving whilst locking down? Some people may not catch this virus. What they'll catch is hunger. What they'll catch is poverty. This period, some families, the average Nigerian family has a minimum of 3 children. People have 8, 10, 12. What about the people that are married to 2 wives and more? How do you expect them to survive when they're not going to work? You're not giving them food, you're not giving them money, you're not providing any damn thing. They're also fending for themselves. Still, you're still inflating the prices of food, the prices of every damn thing in this current period. Just tell me, is that not wickedness? Most of the cases that you're hearing on social media that are positive for Rororo are of the elite class. Why are test kits not available even down here in the east? Why are test kits not readily available? And even with the available one, why is it that when people lay complaints or say, oh, they have symptoms that they may have contracted the virus, they are denied testing? Why? Why is it that you have to be of a particular class to have sharp testing and to have sharp results? Oh, I'm positive for this. How many people, how many ordinary people have come out to say, oh, people are even scared to come out? I swear to God, like, people are even scared to say, oh, I have this virus, because they don't know how they will be treated as a commoner. They don't know how they will be isolated as a commoner. And oh, there are some of your politicians and billionaires here in Nigeria that are donating billions and trillions and millions of money that I am more. That's not what we want now. That we don't want declarations on social media. That we need proactiveness. We need isolation centers. We need test kits. We need protective gears, PPEs. We need awareness programs, not just in the epicenter. We need it in all 36 states of Nigeria. We don't need, oh, I'm donating this, I'm sending you this, it doesn't make no sense, because if you're watching the news, literally, you guys would know. Oh my God, for one day, just watch the news. Watch Italy. Watch what's happening in Italy. Very soon this will hit us as hard as we won't even have time to be going on social media to be collecting donations or to be listening to all this audio donation. You'll be battling with somebody that you know, or someone that knows somebody that you know that has this. It is frightening. If it's not frightening enough that most of these politicians are getting it, and it's going to soon get to the common man, I don't know what else. I just don't know what else. We need to have ourselves in this matter. We need to look out for ourselves and not to be exhibiting all manner of wickedness, all manner of greediness. We just need to be our brothers and our sisters' keeper at this point. The government is not looking out for us. Your president, other presidents of other countries are in a day, at least in a day, they are informing, they are actually talking to their citizens. Our own is nowhere to be found. How many times has the president of the Republic of Nigeria spoken to the citizens about this whole thing, about this whole pandemic? How many times have you seen your president even going to centers to visit patients, to even see what the hospitals are doing? Nothing. The government is paralyzed. The government has no clue whatsoever. The only thing that we should be looking out for is ourselves. Some people still don't believe that this thing is real. Please educate your family members. Educate especially those of them that are ignorant of this whole thing. Those of them that are very religious, are always talking about, just look for a way to break it down for them in a layman's language. I beg of you guys, let's not use this period to exploit one another. Let's not use this period to feel like, okay, because I'm selling masks, hand sanitizers, is business, is I got to chop money, I got to make money, I got to. No, this is the time that you should even be giving out. You should be going to communities that don't know about these things to give out. We should stop all the nuisance that we're causing. Thatcher came out the other day on social media. I'm not a Thatcher fan. God knows, most of the people following my social media handles, they know that I'm team mercenary. I'm team Messi anytime, any day. Thatcher came out the other day and said what she said about our situation, the presidency, the government, every damn thing. She dragged them by their wigs. But then we weren't even listening to her. We were only particular about her makeup. We didn't take the message at all. We're just focusing on the messenger. We're just bashing her, talking all manner of things, spitting rubbish, when she actually spit out the truth about this whole thing. But anyway, I really don't want to make this video any longer. I know a whole lot of you have a whole lot to talk about, and that's why the comment section is there for us to rant, for us to discuss. Where are you in Nigeria? How is this whole ongoing matter going? What are the ills, the problems that you've seen so far? Are things inflated in your state? You that is abroad and watching, and you obviously have your own problems that you're facing there, whether it's self-isolation or lockdown. What possible solutions do you have for the Nigerian government? What can you say about this pandemic in general? Do you feel like the situation here in Nigeria, with lack of test kits, with people just inflating prices of stuff, with just the problems that I mentioned in this video, do you feel like these are the things that you're also facing abroad? Let's get talking in the comment section. Do you feel like Nigerians are just being mean towards each other in this period? Let's just get talking in the comment section below. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. For now, bye.